What's up, everybody? I'm gonna show you how to, and here we are on this pretty much a naked chart. There's no indicators here. This trend line I'm gonna remove. I double clicked it until these little notches showed up, and then I'm gonna right click it and just delete it. If I wanted to add it again, I will come up here and either draw it out, or I will come here and either place it, or I will come here and either put it there. And so if I want to remove all three of those, I will double click this until the little notch shows up, double click this, and double click this. And so what I'm going to do now is select, see, all the little notches have to be on them. Like these little notches must appear in order for me to delete them. So what I'll do is touch either one. As long as it says trend line, I'm going to right click and see where it says delete all selected. And that's how you delete them. Okay, this is not what that video was about, but since I was deleting that trend line, I wanted to show you how I got there. So let me show you what I'm going to do now. What I'm going to do is insert my supply and demand zones, because I want to show you that we're not counting levels. When we first started trading, we were taught to count levels, and that just doesn't work. What we're going to do here is we're going to follow price, and we're going to enter when we're supposed to and exit when we're supposed to. Alrighty, this is the 1 hour chart. This is your demand zone. This is your supply zone. When I started trading, they told us to go up 3 levels and expect a reversal. This would be 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels. Should I expect a reversal? I'm going to skip this because this wouldn't be a trading day. Every day will not be. 4 levels. I'm going to skip this because this would not be a trading day. 5 levels. 6 levels. 7. 8. This is an entire week and a day, and counting in 7-day increments and a day. We were taught 3 levels, expect a reversal, expect a midweek reversal. Okay? I'm just showing you this so that you will understand how to learn on your own. You will understand that you must learn on your own how to do this, because you can't trust everybody's word. Everybody trades differently, and everybody's not going to get the same result. As long as this market is trending, you are in an uptrend. As long as it's trending, you're in an uptrend. Okay? Let's pay attention. At the demand zone, price went up. Price came, took a pullback, but did it surpass, did it come below this? No, it did not. Price came up. Price came here. Did it go beneath and close beneath this zone, this level? No, it did not. Did price go beneath here? No, it did not. This false breakout, this is a false breakout because as you see, at some point it had to be red, right? But before the candle closed, it was green. It was bullish, in which we are. We're still above this line. Price did not close beneath here and continue to the downside. We didn't trade this day because it's shady as ever. So that's a no. Price went up, didn't. So all of these, in other words, are higher than the next. Higher than the next, right? Higher than the other. We're going to continue up this trend until this trend is broken. This is why it's very important to use your trend lines. So let's scroll over, because now here we are at this supply zone. We have an M. You see the neckline of this M? It was broken, right? You have an engulfing here, and it continued to the downside. Okay? They said 3 levels and then a reverse. Would that be considered 1? Even if it was not. 1, 2. You wouldn't trade this because it's shady. 3, 4. This only came back to retest. Here was another retest. We're still under the supply zones. 5, 6. Do not listen to when people say you get 3 levels and expect a reversal. If you are drawing your trend lines as you are supposed to, as long as price stays above it, you trade above it. Let me show you. I'm going to insert a 50 EMA under the custom moving average. Mine is always like a lavender, purplish, whatever color. Sorry about that. I want to make this exponential. Okay, let's look at this. This price is above the 50 EMA. This day, this day, this day, this day, even this day, it came out to trick so many novice traders. Oh, I remember these days. Nevertheless, you have to wait for price to close. You have to wait for these candles to close. Price is above it. It's above it. Still above it. Still above it. And once you reach the supply zones, you already know what you're looking for, right? Price is now underneath here. Okay, so again, do not listen to when what people are telling you to go 3 levels and then you should receive a midweek reversal. That doesn't happen all the time. You just follow price. You go with price. Here you got your retest here. You have your engulfing here. So you could expect price to come back underneath here. You had all of this shadiness going on here. You can expect a retest of this zone, double top, and back to the downside, back to the supply zone again. When you are close to these supply zones, you could expect price to dance around up here for a minute before it tanks. But when it tanks, it's going to tank, as you can see here. And right here you have your engulfing pattern. You have all of these dojis. Just expect price to go down. And then, of course, it came back to retest this supply zone, and you received your pattern here. Your bearish engulfing. The bear is engulfing the bull. And then what happened? It tanked. You have huge candles. This will be perfect for scalpers, because when you have scalpers in the market, they are looking for these 1 hour candles to, okay, let me just tell you, when you are scalping, if you look here and you see this pattern on a 1 hour chart, it is sweet for you. Let me show you why. I'm gonna get this vertical trend line and place it here. Okay, let me see if I can make that big, because I'm gonna have to find it when I go down to a different level. Okay, let's make that big there. Okay, you see this? I have this vertical line on an engulfing pattern on a 1 hour chart. Let me tell you why this will be sweet for scalpers. Mind you, for scalping, I don't do the 1 minute, but if I was to do the 5 minute, look look at the scalpers. Remember, I put the vertical line on the 1 hour chart. This is where it appears on the 5 minute chart. You are under the 50 EMA. So what do you think scalpers are going to do? They have an entire hour to scalp this time frame, an entire hour. So each of these 5 minutes, and let's just see how many candles. So let's just remember the date on here. Okay, well, we have this marked already. So let's go back to the 1 hour. Okay, how sweet is that? They were able to scalp all day pretty much, leaving out of London, coming out of the London session. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, really 8, but you had a hour worth of a pullback. So I'm gonna say an entire 8 hours that they had to scalp. And if you have 8 candles here, look at how many you have on this 5 minute chart that you're scalping. And let's just see how far down this came. So I really want to mark this, because let's see, shapes, rectangle. Let's just cap this off right here. Alrighty, let's look at it on the 5 minute chart so we can see where we would have exited. Alright, let's go back over here. Let's go find it. I tell you, I gotta put this back. I know, because that 1 hour versus this. Oh, look at this, y'all. Okay, you see, scalping is so sweet. I don't scalp all the time. Most times I just let my trades run, but I do scalp. I can't even say that I don't, but just look at this. From supply to demand, and you hit demand and you're going to be coming up out of here at some point. See that? Again, this is a 5-minute chart. So once you hit demand, take your profit out because you see you're dancing around in here. You do not want the markets playing with your money. Once price come above this, I would have been out, but I think I would have been out soon as I hit here because I don't play with my money. I would let it come and hit here, and I would have gotten out like right here, or when I seen this doji, I would have gotten out. Now, as you can see, price danced around down here, but this is the 5 minutes, so let's see what it did on the 1 hour. There we go. See how many hours it played around before it really just came out and went up. So you want to wait for price to come up out of this box. And again, as you all know, my two favorite EMAs that I use with this so that I can get my crossover, because it helps you in knowing, okay, when we get a crossover to come out. So I'm going to go back up here, go to my custom moving average, change this to number 8, exponential and blue. And I'm going to put my width maybe to, I'll put it to 3. And I'm going to click OK for that. And then I'm going to put one more. You don't need too many on your chart. Just get what works and let that be. I'm going to leave this red. I'm going to make my width number 2. Inputs will be 21. And this will be exponential. My method will be exponential, and I will click OK. Alrighty. Now, here I am on the 1 hour chart, waiting to see when I would have came up out of this area here, right? So what I would have done, once I seen this doji, you got to pay attention to your little patterns here. And then you see you got your bullish right there. I would have put this little line right here. It always does that. Hold on, guys. Put my vertical line right there on the actual pattern signal or whatever. And then I would have came back to my 5 minute. Oh, here we go. Gotta scroll over all the way so I can see exactly where I would have gotten out. Sheesh. Let's see. That's the first one. We're playing around. Like I said, you don't want to play. And then here you go. You have, this is where I said on the 1 hour. So what I would have done was wait for this blue. You see this blue is crossing over the red right here. Blue. And you probably can't see it because it's blending in with this blue here. But once the blue crossed over this red and this purple, you could have taken that up temporarily, because you know we did hit this zone, but you would have rolled it up, and then of course you see your engulfing pattern happen here, and you have your red crossed over your blue, and then your purple crossed over your red, and so you are back in a downtrend. And now you've come to another zone, you're out, you've taken your profit right when you hit this zone. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have a blessed trading week upcoming. Please set up your charts on Sunday and watch the markets. If you've seen my other video where I showed you to enclose the ranging, that will help you a lot, especially if you know the direction that you're headed. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. You have a blessed weekend.